In a world where everyone is looking for your money up front, doesn't it just make sense to check out a podcast that's looking to give you something for free? Like the music for your content and free music for your film and videos? Look no further. It's the Tim Kulig Free Music Podcast. Hi everybody, welcome to Tim Kulig Free Music. I'm your host, Tim Kulig, and the wait is over. The wait is over, my friends. Here we are with the new site and everything. So I'm going to do a quick couple minute kind of breakdown of the new site and how to navigate it. And I'll do some more extensive stuff later on. And of course, I welcome any and all feedback. I basically have tried to make this through communication with users and content creators and friends, other creators on YouTube, all sorts of places. Tried to figure out just how to most easily provide the music with the least amount of effort possible and from a multitude of different aspects and angles, because everybody thinks differently when they're searching for something and they don't want to get bogged down and mired in that process when they're in the middle of being creative. So I've really tried to design this site in such a way that lets you get back to the crux of what you really want to be doing, which is putting your content out and not worrying about all the weeds, all the minutia, right? So again, I'm going to go through it very briefly. I'm going to do some more videos on this, emphasizing different aspects of the page. This is going to have, phase 2 and 3 to the site. Eventually I'll have a blog post associated with the homepage, a whole bunch of really cool stuff just to keep you informed and communicated, a one-stop shop. And then if you prefer a different site, you prefer to go out to YouTube and check my stuff out there, prefer to go out to SoundCloud or Patreon or anything like that. People are creatures of habit, so it's fine. Whatever works for you. I'm making sure all those venues and avenues are still available, but this is like Grand Central. This is like homepage. This is like home base. Like this is where everything's going to generate from now on. I'd been setting things up and hosting things other place for the last 3 years because I just didn't have the ability with Squarespace to have such a robust way of hosting something. Now, through a custom website that's hosted with AWS, it's so much easier. I have a whole system on the back end to seed it with all my music. I got some tags that are a little tricky. Probably got to do some cleanup with that. I have some album crossover and stuff, but it's usually just genre and labeling that's been creating those problems. But for the most part, I was like, let's just get it out there. Let's just start hammering on it, make sure everything's working properly. And also, I want to get some feedback. I want to talk to the people that use it the most and just be like, hey, does this solve the problem? Does this make it easy for you? So basically, this is Home Central. This is Grand Central here. If you look at the top of the page here, on the top left, this will always be my most recently published album. So when this icon changes, you'll see that there'll be a whole nother list of things. This is the most recent one that I have uploaded to the system. I do actually have 2 other albums that I've posted since that will be on another iteration of this video. But what's cool is you can go into tunes. This automatically brings up the album, but now it's got a list of the tunes. And if you click on the name, it'll bring up this dialog box. Immediately gives you a download button for it. You can play it, and it creates a little player down here. It plays in the background, and kicks along over here. But and then you have the option of copying and pasting this, which is the attribution language. So you don't have to look for it anywhere. It is right here. And you just click that, boom, it's immediately on your clipboard. If you're in a podcast and you're on Podbean, you need to drop it into the show notes. If you're on YouTube, you need to drop it into your video description. It's right there. That's all you need to do. Copy, paste. That's it. And then you just click this download button. It'll download the MP3 for you, and that's it. And while you're navigating around you can literally have this thing playing in the background and going from there. So again, you've got all this, and if we go back here, you can reset. You come back to the beginning here. So that's the album, right? It gets you an idea when it was released, the number of songs, and the total running time for the whole album. Here is my podcast. It's embedded in the site. So if you want to hear the latest and greatest, the last 10 will be on this list here. So you can literally pick any one of these and just listen to them on the homepage of my site, which is fantastic, because if you don't know where to get it, or you didn't know I even did a podcast, voila, there you go. Underneath here, I have a smattering of my YouTube channel. And here you'll see that it's like promotional stuff. So this is my best friend Tom Seymour doing a testimonial for me. I've got some demo stuff here when I did some lo-fi in the studio. There's all sorts of cool stuff. Little sizzle reel, the short sizzle reel. So just little brief things about me and my journey and what I'm doing here. And then on the bottom here, this will bring you back home. This simulates the same thing as, all music, albums, my about page, facts. If you get a YouTube Content ID claim, this is how to get rid of it, and what you needed to do, what you might not have done in the video description. So this is good information if you're running into that problem. And again, I'm always available for stuff like this, and sometimes it's merely just a misspelling of my name. Literally, if my name, my website, and the name of the song is pretty much all you need. The Creative Commons thing is helpful as well. It lets people know that you're using my music royalty free under the Creative Commons 4.0. So pulling up that language, this language block here is pretty much all you need to do in any format on any social media platform. So that's how you do that. You can go into albums here, and this is listed not alphabetically. This is listed in order of release date. So if you know there's something from a long time ago that you're familiar with, like Hyperspace or Shadows of War, something like that, and you know it's way down here, that's fine. Up here at the top is where you're going to see the latest and greatest. And little animations here, blah, it's all the album art, which is fun. And if you click into one of these, it will bring up all the tunes. Voila. And I have a tagging system now. Ta-da! That lets you know, the genre, like the main genre of the music, and then some feelings, some things. There's a little crossover with this. Again, you may find an error here or there, but putting together tags and details and album art and changing all the MP3s to include all this stuff, 700 plus songs, was a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but I think it's going to add a lot of value to anybody that's using this and using my music. And I hope you appreciate it and like it, because it was fun to make. It was fun to round out the files in such a manner that when you download it, now there's an icon associated with it. And if you go into the metadata on it, it can tell you a whole bunch of things. It can tell you the moods in there and everything, and give you a sense of what the song is going to do for you. So I always felt that was kind of nice. And I did like the player going at the bottom of the screen and stuff too. So, yep, we got that. I've got a tags page. So what does this mean? So the tags page kind of punches into my whole database of music, and it says, hey, so you want, I don't know, something about holidays. Well, there you go. That's everything that's got the word holiday in it or is holiday related. Great, right? You go back to tags again, you're like, no, I don't know. I'm kind of looking for metal guitars. What do you got? Okay, Disassembly has that tag in it. I do have other metal songs, but that particular tag only comes up once. So as I was tagging things, I was using common, like, natural language, and, you know, I could pick something obscure, like rabbit, right? There's no tag rabbit, so that's fine. But 8-bit, there is. And look at that. There's a whole bunch of 8-bit stuff. And now you know. But you can also do the same kind of search here with just the name of a song, the genre, the mood, what have you. So if I want cinematic, I'll get a bunch because I have a bunch of cinematic stuff. And anything that has that tag in it will come up for that. And you can reset it. And now the whole list is on there. But let's say I just want comedy. Well, there you go. Now you've got stuff like Bunnies Being Bunnies, Happiness Pie, Mousy McMouskowitz. That's a fun one. And then some of my short form comedy stuff down here. If you type in a word that does not exist, rabbit, guess what? No results found. And this will be cumulative. So if you say cinematic dog, well, doesn't look like that combination exists. So, but if you just say dog, you get Danny the Dog and Hound Dog Jazz because they're in the names of the actual song. I don't think I have a tag in there that says dog. I don't. So it uses all that. It uses title, album, genre, mood, BPM, right? Which that's something I'm going to be updating my tracks with as well. In some cases, that is not a thing that I captured, but I'm going back through my catalog and I'm going to add the BPMs. To some people, that's important. To others, they modify or adjust the speed of the song for whatever purpose they have. But I think it's important that I go back and add that additional metadata to everything. So it's partially done. I want this functionally out there and doing work now for you and building upon it as we go forward. So those tracks the tracks that don't have that information that need it it'll be added to it in the future. I also have a fact page, and it immediately goes to a series of questions that have come up over the years that people ask me about my music, how they can use it, what the deal is, what the rules are, everything else. And I really kind of hammered home the Creative Commons, royalty-free with attribution thing here, and reinforced the fact that here's the language. I'm going to tell you that there's going to be an update very shortly that eliminates the IMDb necessity for the attribution. It's an additional thing. You're welcome to put it in your content into the show notes or the notes section of like YouTube. It's helpful to me because then it shows people that in addition to making music and everything, I'm also a producer, movie producer, and movie scorer, and pushes to the content that I've created in that space. But it's not necessary for the attribution for the sake of the music. So I decided I'm gonna eliminate that from here. But site-wide rather, it's going to not be a requirement. It's basically just going to be the song title, my name, website, and then the Creative Commons language. So, but there's a bunch of other things in here too. It brings up the YouTube Content ID. If you see something that comes up and you get this message that We Are Era Music is claiming a song that you've mine that you use, that's Frequency Music. They're the ones that keep track and make sure somebody's not hijacking my music on the YouTube platform and other future platforms as well. I think it's going to breach into Facebook and some other things if Damien was telling me correctly. But and some of the things that people in the universe don't seem to understand. Copyright free and royalty free, two totally different things. I'm probably going to do content on it until my eyes bleed. Trying to explain to people that those two concepts are mutually exclusive and don't have anything to do with each other. But as far as you're concerned, using my music is fine with attribution. You don't need to know copyright, royalty free, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Support and everything else, how to get a hold of me. If you needed to have a conversation about music, you want to do a special project, you want to hire me for something, or you want to do collaborations, I love them. Absolutely love them. I've done a few this year that I've been very happy about, and they're flowing into 2025. And I feel like collaborate. God, I can't speak this morning. Collaborations with other content creators is one of my biggest aspirations. I absolutely love doing that. I love providing the things that you guys need. So very exciting to do more of that this year. And a little about page, probably make this a little more extensive with some of my history. And as things grow, I'll have to make some adjustments, because literally on my main page here, Tom gives me a testimonial, and holy crap, I was listening to it yesterday, and it blew me away that he was referencing the amount of songs I have in my catalog, and I've blown past that by like over 300 tunes since he gave me this testimonial. So gonna have to update that with you, Tom, and probably have to do it annually if I keep doing 200 plus song publications every year, which is just absolutely bananas to me. If you told me like 3-4 years ago this is where I'd be at this point with all the music, I'd tell you you're nuts. But the passion and how quickly this is happening is just blowing me away. Again, I've got some linkage here on the left. This will bring you to my Spotify. That'll bring you to my main page on YouTube, my Facebook business page, SoundCloud, if you prefer to get stuff from there or navigate from there. My Patreon, if you'd like to support me there, or like the blog updates there. And this will just spawn an email. You want to send something to me there. Again, my email address for stuff has been timkuligfreemusic@gmail.com. If you want a simpler, tim@timkulig.com. That's somewhere in here. I think it might be in the fact page, or it might be, it's an update that has to happen. Yeah, we're going to do a switch over to make it easier. It's easier to remember. So tim@timkulig.com. You'll see updates. Again, this is the first round. This literally went live like 12 hours ago. And I wanted to do some piece of content on it to be, well, for one thing, I'm excited, but also to communicate with all you. This is where things are at, man. Like, let's go. It's time to get into the new site and dig around. And, for my creepypasta people and horror fans, my God, there is so much to choose from. So many things. And literally track upon track upon track. And you can, again, just go in here and you can audit or start playing stuff, download it, grab the language, everything. So yeah, that's basically it today. I just wanted to give you a quick update, idea what's going on. Status update. Merry Christmas to Tim Kulig Free Music. Thank you very, very much to Ryan and Michelle for all their hard work and dedication this year on putting this together for me, designing the back-end system that helps me seed the site with all my tunes. It's going to seed the site with my blog. It's going to seed the site with all my affiliate links. You'll see an additional page come up for that. And then as we go on into future years here, and I find the need for other functionality, I'll be adding that to the site as well. So be sure to leave some comments for me. I don't like saying that because it's a huge ask to have people engage, but in this case, I think it's necessary. I'd really like to know your feedback about the site, the things you like, the things you don't. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, like there's going to be any, huge changes. I just want to get a understanding of functionally if it serves the purpose. And I feel like getting to the music, there's several different ways to get there. And, between the tags, between going to the albums, going to tunes, searching by track name. Maybe you went to YouTube and you saw Enlightenment, and you're like, Enlightenment. Oh, I want that one. I want that. Oh, that's not an actual song name, but it did actually bring up Happening Upon Atlantis, which is pretty cool. But you know what I mean? Like if you go to YouTube and you see something that pops for you and you just want to come here and grab it, then you just need to know the name, or you need to know a mood. It was cinematic, it was this, it was that. And basically it gives you different ways of finding the thing that you're looking for. So that's it for today. I just wanted to give you a quick update. Wish you all happy holidays. This is Monday the 23rd. So if you see this video and it's actually today, I'm just firing this thing out to let you know about what's going on just before the holidays kick in. I'm probably taking it easy between now and the first of the year. I got to 727 tunes, and I've been working on a couple other genres, inclusive of spaghetti western, but I'm like burning out. I need the holidays to like just chill and let my brain recycle everything it's done so far this year and come back after the first of the year to the 100 or so ideas I got sitting on my hard drive. I've got a lot of work to do and can't seem to stop. So thanks for coming along for the journey. I appreciate you all very, very much. And we'll see you next time on the Tim Kulig Free Music Podcast. And if you're just listening to this today, definitely go and check out my site, timkulig.com, and check me out on YouTube, because I will be posting the video portion of this so that you can watch the whole thing and watch the walkthrough. Anybody that's listening to the audio, it'll probably be lost on them this week. So, in fact, maybe I won't even publish this as an audio only. That would be kind of weird. So, yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense because it's a very visual episode. Screw it. This is like 32A or something of the podcast. Maybe I will do the audio. I don't know. I'm in this weird mood today. I just want to get this information out to you and have fun with it and get ready for Santa Claus coming to town. So, thank you all for being here. Appreciate you all very much. And we'll talk to you again real soon. All right.